Come join me, join me. Come join me, join me. Come join me, join me. Come 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 join me. Come join me, join me.
It's your podcast. Hi, guys.
Okay, welcome back to Velvet Truth. I did listen to Raven and I opened my hair. We'll see how long it's gonna stay because it's always bugging me.
It's so pretty.
But welcome back to Velvet Truth. Today, the episode called "The Door Between Who I Was and Who I Am Becoming." I had to think a little bit about what I want to do, and I felt like because we were both in the middle of transformation, we should talk about something we experience right now. I'm sure that a lot of people will feel that, if not now, then in the next 8 months, because things will shift, things will change, and knowing how to handle it and have the tool for it is very important. So I just want to talk about it. I'm trying to think how I'm going to start it because I had a lot of time to think while she was getting ready. But instead of actually thinking, I was writing a song. So give me a second. So do you know that feeling that you are practicing for something for a long, long time? If it's studying to get accepted to college, or it's trying to get a new job, like something that will excite you guys if you'll hear a yes. I feel like that's where we are right now. We're not waiting to hear a yes, but we're waiting for an opportunity. And sometimes when you are waiting for an opportunity, when it doesn't come when you think it's supposed to come, you either give up or you get really frustrated. Yeah. And sometimes getting frustrated doesn't mean you give up, but it means negative thoughts immediately comes to your head, and you will think to yourself, okay, what's the chances that I will get to where I want to get? Like, what is the chances that I'm going to be a singer? What is the chances that Raven's going to be an actor? Like, what are the chances? And suddenly we're going to statistics. Statistics usually won't help you figure out if you are in the right place or in the wrong place. The only thing it will do is make you feel very small, because compared to the numbers, you're 1 in a million. Okay? So it's not really helping. But when you understand where you are in the current moment, and everyone has their own path they have to take, suddenly it doesn't seem so overwhelming and scary, and the future is not unsure anymore. You kind of understand that some people will go through the same forest as you, but they will have a completely different path and completely different lessons and completely different air to them, because we all grew up in a different way. We all have different tools. So I feel like talking about it, understanding it, comprehending it, and processing it the right way will help you understand that, first of all, you're not alone. Like, something's always guiding you. Second of all, even if you're alone at your path, you're just the healer. Like, you're the one who gets sick first to bring the medicine. I always tell that to Raven. Yeah. So that's not a bad thing. That just means that you are capable of doing it alone, so you can help others who can't. So today I want to talk about the in-between doors, the person I was and the person I become. And I did make some questions for Raven because of her transformation and because of what she went through. It was not that long ago. Like, mine was started like 2 years ago. So it's kind of far away for me to give you really details about every transformation I had, but I will give my input on it. But I do want to talk about her transformation because I feel like there's so much misconception about it, because you can't change someone or help someone to change if they don't want to change, and that's why I feel like there's so much misconception about it. Because people sometimes say, oh, well, she forced you, or you did this. No one can force you to change. Mm-hmm. You can have the same mindset you had your whole life, not willing to change. And maybe one day you'll talk to someone and everything will click. It's very different than force. So I want to start with the first question I have for you, Raven. I did write it down, so I'm going to look down from the camera so I can read it because I wrote a lot. I wrote like 22 questions.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm not going to read all of them. I'm going to use very specific ones that I actually want to read. Let's continue. So, what part of your old life started feeling too small for who you were becoming? Like when did you feel, that's the question, but just so you can understand, when did you feel like what you feel inside and your reality doesn't match? Because that's when a change starts.
I feel like maybe for a long time, honestly, but I think once I was alone and all my exes were gone, that it's just like...
You were alone relationship-wise, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
And like, I was just living at that house. I was just like, oh my gosh, like nothing I've been dreaming about, nothing I've wanted has gone anywhere because I stopped everything for everyone. So I think, I think it started really there when I broke up with my latest ex, and I was like, oh my gosh, I've done nothing to make me happy. I've shrunk myself so much that I feel like there's no point of living anymore. Like, that's where it got to. Like, I was just like, I haven't tried. I'm never gonna get better. Like, nothing's gonna happen. I might as well just give up right now. That's kind of...
That was your breaking point.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So if that's your breaking point, put it in the back of your mind, because I'm gonna go back to it at the end of all my questions. Okay.
Oh.
I mean, I'll remember too, but just remember what you said.
Okay.
We were talking about being in between doors a lot of times. Well, we didn't say the word door, but like in between seasons, right?
Yeah.
What season do you think you are right now?
I think I'm just opening the door to possibilities right now.
Okay.
Like,
What does that mean?
I don't know, like I'm actually like practicing everything I want to do every day and like getting better at it. So I think it's like, as I put more faith into it as well, more opportunities will start happening.
Okay. So you're basically at the door of, I am practicing not just my faith, but what I want to be in the future. Because did you receive any blessings yet?
I already have blessings.
Yeah, but like from what you already put, we're all farmers. We put seeds in the ground. Did you already manage to sow what you ripped? Like, no,
not really yet. No.
So you're still working on it.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're in the door in between starting and receiving.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Do you, while you're waiting, do you allow yourself to walk in fully, like comprehending and understanding? Do you feel like while you're waiting, you are going into what you want to go to? Like, are you preparing yourself for the next chapter? Are you already practicing the person you want to be?
I would say so, yeah. Because my next chapter, I want to have our songs out and like have my book done and already be an actress. So I would say, yeah, like I keep thinking, kind of like a video you sent me, like where it's like, you have to just believe in God so much, and just, even if everything goes wrong, you're just smiling because like, that's what God planned. You know what I mean? Like, I am choosing to not be afraid anymore, like choosing to not let fear control me anymore, because it's never helped me till this point. Never once has fear helped me. So I am done with it, and I'm just gonna keep going. Even if I feel embarrassed of myself, even if I feel like I'm being really cringy, I'm just gonna do it, post it, whatever.
What did your old version of yourself believed about yourself? Like, what was your thoughts when you looked at yourself in the mirror, when you woke up in the morning? What did you think about yourself? before the change? Because we do want to show like the difference.
I would say that I looked at myself in the mirror and I was like, all I see is a nobody, an ugly person who's fat, who's useless, who has nothing to give to life except for just working 9 to 5, just trying to get by to get enough money. And then I would spend all of my money on stuff to make like my boyfriends happy, or like my exes, you know, or stuff like that. Like I wouldn't put any thought into me really. Like I would still like do my hair, still buy makeup sometimes, but I gave up on it. Like I gave up on like making sure I look pretty. I literally was wearing sweatpants. I was putting my hair up. I was just not giving a fuck anymore. I'm sorry. But like I just completely gave up. Like I mean, she saw me, like I was at the point of like wanting to, I don't know how to say it lightly. Yeah. There you go.
Okay. I'm gonna ask you that question because I mean it's not there. I haven't wrote it, but I was thinking about it while I was writing the questions, and the question is, what made you look at yourself different? Like what thought, what action, what did you take to get to a point that you don't feel like that about yourself anymore? And it's not written there, you can see.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's a hard question. Because I think it didn't like come all at once. I'm still slowly like, I think I pretty much believe it now, but it was a long time coming, and I also had you to help encourage me. So I was very lucky and thankful for having her. But I stopped criticizing myself over every little thing. Like I still sometimes do, to be honest. But I would be like, oh, my eyebrows don't look perfect. This outfit looks absolutely terrible. My eyeshadow looks weird. Something's off. I can't do anything. So I just gave up like that day. Like, but now I'm just like, it looks okay. It's fine. I still look beautiful. I don't really know what really started. I know that you helping, encouraging me, and helping me see that there is a better side helped a lot. But I don't know what advice really to give to someone who doesn't have someone to believe in them, to like switch.
well, you can think about it till the end of the podcast, because what I'm actually asking is, what did you feel? What was the medicine that you used to heal that? Because we all have an idea of who we are in our mind, and when we basically start thinking about like what we have to survive to become that person, we realize that we have a lot to give. Because if we were not givers, we wouldn't want to take our life. Like we wouldn't want to go to that extreme, because we feel like we can't help anyone, even though we already did. We just are not really aware of it.
Yeah.
So I'm asking it because I feel like when you understand the stages of how to see yourself in a better light, how to expose the good you have in you that was hiding because it was not sure, like who else will come and steal it, kind of. It's like a treasure spread all over the forest, and it has a mind of its own. And every time someone walk at your path or on your path or with you, and you say, oh, come, I'll show you my treasure, something's being taken away from you.
Yeah.
Because not everyone are givers. And that's exactly what I'm saying. Like, when you understand the path, when you understand that your path and the way you choose to survive helped you, something in you changed. Because we had a lot of conversation about your past. We had a lot of conversation about you always felt like you can't do things, as if you don't have hands or a brain or like a mind full of magic. Like I just didn't understand why you're thinking like that. In my worst moments, in my worst time, I never thought about that. I was thinking about how I can survive until I remembered who I was, and then fear dissolved.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm asking, because I feel like from where you were is very different from where I was. I was consumed by fear, but I never thought about doing something to myself because there was someone who wanted to do something to me, you know? So I never had that. And when you go deep into your feelings and you're not scared of seeing, you know, like the whole palette, the whole colors of your palette, the whole colors of your emotions, what help you lift yourself up is what, you know? Because you were forced to like see yourself in a different light.
Yeah.
Because every time you said, oh, I'm stupid, I was like, don't say that. And like you had to rewire your brain all over again.
Yeah, that's true.
So I'm asking from like a psychological point of view, like what was the process you took to get to where you are right now? Because now you don't wear a lot of makeup.
Yeah.
You used to put like a whole like makeup cover as if you're trying to hide something, even though makeup's supposed to enhance what you already have.
No, I know I did like the huge wing, the black lipstick, everything. I think like processing everything I've been through too, which is really tough. I think like talking to you about it, writing it down, really just soaking it in helped a lot. Ripping off the band-aids and just letting it heal. That helped immensely. That's probably the biggest part of my transformation is that. And realizing what I went through is helping me to become who I want to be and who I am. And I think like a lot of, like kind of what you've been saying to me lately, a lot of people told me I was too sensitive. A lot of people told me I talk too much. And I realized I need to put that into what I need to do in life, which is to create, which is to, like if you're too sensitive, create, stuff like that. So realizing that all of my weaknesses are actually my biggest strengths, like you've been saying, let's say. Like, trying to think of like a specific example. Like I used to think like, why did I waste all my time with those exes? But you know what? I feel like those exes needed me in that moment. Needed my happiness, needed this. Even though I felt like I got nothing in return, I feel like they needed that in that moment. And I think that mind switch also helped me. And just realizing that I don't need to be perfect every day, that I don't need to look perfect or act perfect. I just need to be myself. And because like a lot of people told me I was too much, I thought too much, like my dreams were just stupid, you know. Everyone always called me fat and ugly and to off myself, like everything you could think of. Like that's what they always constantly told me, like every single day, even my family. So it's just like, I think just like really soaking that in and really thinking about it, being like, I am enough. Like, even though I'm not perfect, I am enough the way I am. And life will get better. Just, I have to think more positively. I can't say I'm stupid, because if I say that, I'm gonna be stupid if I keep saying that over and over and over again. So sometimes I still say stuff and I have to catch myself, or you catch me. Like, don't say that. But I try to be like, I am doing enough. Like, you know, some days are better, some days are worse. Today, I've been exercising every day, and I really just did not feel like exercising. So I changed it to a different exercise. And you can do that. Like, you can switch it up. And then it got me through it, and then I felt better. But it's just like, sometimes you just have to look at things at different angles and different perspectives. Yeah, I don't know if that answered.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I think so. So you're basically in the between space right now, right? Mm-hmm. You're between what you was and what you're becoming. You're just in between.
Yeah, like the insecurities just barely washed away. Like just literally when we went to Idaho, I feel like no fear anymore. Like I'm just done being fearful. Yeah. That's all I had to say.
So, like, I'm gonna ask you a question from that category because I put them in categories, so I'll remember what to ask. Have you ever mistaken uncertainty for failure? Let me explain it to the viewers.
I think always.
Have you ever thought that you being uncertain of what's gonna happen tomorrow or what's gonna happen with what you're doing right now was a failure?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. That's a hard question to answer for me. Like, because I've always felt very uncertain, even like with my music.
Explain though.
Like, I feel really uncertain with how my music sounds sometimes, or like how my acting is. Even if I like record myself and like watch it, I feel uncertain, and sometimes I don't feel like it's good. But I have to realize that even if it sounds absolutely horrendous, to just keep going if you love it. Like, if that's something that you really want to do, even if you're bad at it, like, just keep going, and one day it will get better, and then you'll improve, and then you'll get better. But I think a lot of people just, like, give up in between. Like, they do, like, 3 weeks, and they're like, well, I haven't seen any change. Giving up. It was easier to just stay small and stay in this 9-to-5 job. It's just easier to do this. It's easier to be in this terrible relationship than it is to truly try and love yourself and be there for yourself before anyone else. I don't know if that.
But why you thought uncertainty is failure? I know the answer, but I want you to dive deep, because a lot of people have that feeling that if nothing is moving, then nothing happens. But what do I tell you? Because I tell you something over and over again.
You might have to say it. Cause
I tell you, when we plant a seed, do you always see it grow?
No, that's what I was saying, like, about the three weeks. Like, you don't see the process at first. It sometimes takes a long time.
But why do you think uncertainty was a failure? That's exactly where I want you to take us.
Because I wasn't immediately good at it, and that's the thing. Like, I have that problem. Like, where if I'm not good at something at the beginning, it's like, why even keep trying? Like, that's genuinely just what I used to think. Like, I'm like, man, I'm not good at this. I've tried it multiple times today. I'm giving up. Like, it's not gonna get better. There's just no point. Like, I've tried this a few times every day. It's not good.
So you just quit?
Yeah. I used to just quit.
And now?
And now I don't. I think, like, hearing examples from you helped too. Like, you saying that you used to not be good at writing at all, or writing songs at all. But, like, from, like, you practicing every day, you become a legend.
A legend.
Yeah, a legend. Because this girl writes 30 songs a day. This girl can write 300 pages a day. Like, that's insane to me. Like, that's absolutely crazy. So I think you are a really good example for me. And, like, just realizing, like, I've watched so many posts. I've done so many research. Like, if you really do practice every day, it will get better. Like, I've been exercising for almost a month now. I don't see any difference, but I know that eventually I will. It will slowly trickle in, slowly at a time, you know? I just have to put in that self-discipline, which I think is, like, the hardest for humans to do, is self-discipline. Because it's so easy to just satisfy yourself at that second than to, like, really put in an effort to become what you want to be.
To do the work,
Yeah, because a lot of people like to shut people down. I like to tell them that their dreams aren't gonna come, stuff like that. But, you know, like, you just gotta keep going, put in the effort and the faith. Gotta do both. Like, it will come around just the corner. It will come so quick. You just gotta, like, do both. Put in that dedication every day, even when you don't feel like it, even when you're tired, even when you feel like you just want to lay down and just give up. Just keep going. Because the day that you feel like you give up, the next day could be when you win. So
that's true. I'm gonna give an example with I'm writing a book, and I never look at how much pages I do until I feel like it's too much. Like when I literally can't scroll anymore and it doesn't go easy and I see the number like going up, like past what I was expecting, then I realize, okay, I have to do a second part for this because I'm not done saying everything I need to say. And I'm saying that because sometimes when you're so occupied with what you're doing, you don't pay attention to how much you did until it kind of forces you. Just like my computer is becoming very slow and it forces me to see what I already did. And then when I look at it, I'm like, oh my gosh, like I'm such a blabber. I was talking, going on and on and on and on. I didn't even pay attention that it's like already 1,000 pages. And that's like a dictionary. That's not a book, okay? So what I'm trying to say here is that when you know what you want to do, when you had dreamt, like I remember as a child, my kindergarten teacher, when I was 4 or 5, she asked me, what do you want to do when you grow up? And I told her a singer. And she said, maybe be a painter. Like maybe be a person who draw things. Because I always draw. I never wanted anyone to hear me sing because I was like, I knew they're going to shut me down. Because when I started singing in the car later on in life, my parents really shut me down. They're like, oh, just shut up. Every time I was performing, they never showed up. Like they always made sure someone will come and pick me up or take me there, but they never showed up. So, a child start learning, okay, maybe I'm not that good. Maybe like I'm even an embarrassment if they don't want to show up and see like what I can do. Now it's funny because when I wrote poetry, they thought I'm amazing. But when I had to sing something, I was like, My dad performed really well when I was singing, but he did something wrong. And then he had to like show up and say, oh, that's my daughter, even if it was like a Memorial Day. He like literally clapped. But it's only on Memorial's Day. Like when he knew he did something wrong, then he was like, oh, that's my daughter, or whatever. But it taught me something. It taught me that when someone tried to silence you, when someone tried to tell you you're not good enough, it means you're really good. And they want to cut it in the bud. Like they don't want to wait and see how great you'll be at it because they can already see something in you cannot see. So it's like they could see the progress of that seed when I was young. And they're like, this is gonna be like the most beautiful flower in the garden. We don't want other flowers to feel like less important, less beautiful, less capable. Let's just say she's not good. She's other can be like better because others really need the opportunity. And it did stop me. It stopped me for many years. I was in a band and I was playing with school, but after a while I just didn't want to do that anymore because I felt like I'm not enough. Like how can I do something if like no one really encouraged me to do it? I mean, how can I be something if no one really want me to be good at something? I mean, I was good at other things. It's a conversation for a different day, but not with that. Like that was too much. And 3 years ago when I like there was something happening, my grandma's health and like all kind of stuff happening around the same time, I realized that, okay, now I'm not working because I helped my grandma. Now I'm not really working, like I'm working for her, but I'm not really working. Why not do it? So I bought equipment and like I brought like a background. Like my background is like a lot prettier than this. So I have to grab it. But like I bought a background and I bought a mic and I bought headphones and I bought a table and I put all of it there and I just practiced and practiced and practiced and practiced. And English is not my first language, so that was hard for me to sing in English without overthinking everything. But I was like, I'm gonna do it because I was never good singing in my language. Like, I never felt like it's the right fit for me. It's like wearing a shirt that is like too small and I can't breathe in it. And it took me 2 years to get to a point, 2 years, and one really dedicated friend to listen to everything I sing. Really bad songs. Like, he was like, oh, you're doing better. Yeah. He never said you're good. He was like, you're doing better. You're doing better.
I know you're saying.
And eventually what happened was I started singing about my family, and he was like, now I can hear emotion. Like, now I can hear frustration, anger, sadness, like all mixed together. This is a song I can hear. And it took me a long time to understand that I don't need to sing about the weather. I don't need to sing about a house. I need to sing about the people. I need to sing about what would make me emotional. Because when you are emotional about something, you do so much better. When you use your emotions and you turn them, it's basically alchemy. You turn them into something beautiful. If you have like such a painful memory and that painful memory carries an emotion, and you manage to turn it into something beautiful, something in you does not have to carry it anymore. It stays in that song or that painting or that book or that lines that you wrote. And there is something very beautiful about learning how to alchemize, how to change something very painful into something very artistic. A lot of people will look at a painting, for example, and each of them will see something that is related to their life. Not necessarily what the painter was trying to provoke, but what they can relate to. And it's the same with songs. Like, you can write a song about a man, and suddenly a woman would think about, okay, maybe it's my dad, or maybe it's my brother, or maybe it's my ex. Like, it can provoke so many things, because some stories are the father left, or the brother left and never came back, or the boyfriend just, got up and left. Like, there's so many stories behind each and every one of us. And when you understand where you're coming from, when you take the time to actually learn your own history, learn your own past pain, because that's what Raven did. She had to, I told her, like, you want to heal? Start writing it down. Like, write everything that you felt that changed the way you look at yourself, at your life. Write it down. Why? Because then you're confronting your history. How can you let someone else into your life when you don't even know your history? How can you let someone see all the colors of your emotion when you don't know what they are? Like, and when I actually did it, when I actually remember who I was, like, fear dissolved. I was like, I went through so much in this life. Like, what am I scared now? Like, this stalker scares me? Really? Oh, if you only knew. If you only knew. It eliminated the not the pain, but it eliminated the fear. And fear is always carried. It's like, I'm going to give you a good example for it, okay? So if Raven is walking in a path, she's carrying a backpack. In that backpack, she has rocks. Every rock is emotion. Okay? When you understand, okay, that rock, that emotion did its job, and you lay it on the foundation of your path, you no longer have to carry it. Okay? The bag itself is how you alchemize it. If you suddenly go around the forest and you sing a song about your ex, or you sing a song about a girl who betrayed you, or you sing a song about a family member who disowned you, you literally...
Walay! Walay! Bagom! Chef!
You literally take a rock from that bag and you just place it as a pebble in your story. Because it's just a pebble. It's not your whole story. It's a moment where you recognize that emotion is taking over, but it's not your whole story. Your whole story is what happened. It's like in every good movie. The beginning is who you are, who you was, and then something happened to you, which is a plot, right? It's the plot in the story. And then how you overcome it is pretty much how you win in every situation. It's just like in Superman. Superman, he has his weakness, right? Mm-hmm. His nemesis always wanted to get that rock. This, I forgot the name.
I've never really watched Superman, don't be mad at me.
So there's a rock that makes him weak, right? I don't remember the name now. But most of the story, he's trying to eliminate him until he realized, okay, this rock can eliminate him. So he's trying to get the rock. But eventually he managed to take it, but he didn't manage to kill the main character. Why? You know? So people may try to put you down. People may try to lay you down but never pick you up. But it does not mean that you shouldn't get up, write something about it, and keep going. Like, maybe like 4 days ago, I was in my kitchen. I didn't do my hair, I didn't do anything. I just got up. She was at work. I made myself some food, and suddenly I remembered my ex. And I remember his words, and I remember what happened between us. And don't get me wrong, we didn't have like amazing relationship, but he was a pebble in my story. He was like someone I needed at a certain time, and I don't need him anymore. Like, it's fine. But suddenly I let those emotions that I was storing inside my heart for a long, long time to come out through a song. And suddenly I was like, someone who cannot see my worth will always go somewhere else to find what he's looking for. And I'm not a market, and I'm not for sale. And it just helped me understand what was missing. And sometimes you meet the right person and he will help you, and he will guide you, and he will lead you to the lighter part of the forest. Because when we are emotional and we're scared and we're confused, we feel like everything is getting darker and darker around us, and there's no way out. That's how Raven started feeling at the beginning of everything that happened. But once you learn the lessons you needed to learn from the emotions, from the stories, from your history, you suddenly realize, okay, it's no longer a mystery how I turned out to be who I am right now. I think the mystery is how I'm gonna get to where I deserve to be. And these are two different questions. I think that when you are in a low point, you need to remember that the only one who can pick you up is you. No one here is a damsel in distress. No one needs to be saving. The only person who can save you is you. You and God. In my eyes. That's all you truly need. Because I remember those days that I was crying in my car and I'm like, why am I still here? Why is nothing moving? Like, why? And I had so many books ideas. I have so many like songs ideas. I had like, my mind was flourishing, but my physical reality haven't changed yet. Like, my internal world was full, but my outside world, my job, my sleeping arrangement, because I was sleeping in my car, haven't changed yet. And it made such a fracture between my inner world and my outer world that I was like, what is going on? What am I missing? And I did break one day in front of Raven, and I was like, nothing happens. I'm doing the job. I wake up in the morning, I do it, I exercise, because I literally park next to my my Planet Fitness. And I exercise, I draw, I paint, I take my dog for walks, I work 2 jobs. Like, I do everything I need to do, but I still feel like nothing happens. And after that conversation, I realized nothing happens, because when you look at a pot, at a kettle, getting hotter and hotter, you count the seconds. When you go and do other stuff and suddenly it's ready, you're like, oh my gosh, that was so fast. I was counting the seconds. And when I stopped counting the seconds, I felt very grateful, because every day I had a new realization about me, about my life, about why I went through what I went through. I started writing lectures about things I went through, so no one else will have to go through it. Like, suddenly my mind was so clear about the things I want, the things I don't want, how I want things to be. Raven was she was testing me. She was like, you know what, I'm gonna give you a task. And I was like, sure, why not? And she said, I want you to write a story about a very specific thing with very specific creatures. And because you like to write like real life stories, make it fiction. And I was like, sure, why not? We met the same night. I wrote till like 3 a.m. from when she left me, which was like 11. And I wrote 80 pages. And the next day I was working in the morning, and then I finished probably like around 1 or 2, and she finished around 5, and we said we're gonna meet up. She came to the supermarket I usually worked at because I had free Wi-Fi. And she's like, how are you and stuff? And I was like, yeah, I'm good. I was still writing the story, right? And she's like, did you start what I told you? And I was like, yeah. Well, and I was like, what? So like 3-4 pages? Yeah. It's like, no, I have like 90 or 100 right now. She looked at me, she's like, when? So what I'm trying to tell you guys is, when you truly believe that you are capable of something, nor time, people, naysayers, circumstances will stop you from doing it. Like, I knew I have to write my stories. I knew I have to write my lectures. I knew I have to find a place where I can literally write, because I can't write in the car. I don't have Wi-Fi in the car. And using the Wi-Fi on my phone means I'm not gonna have any on my phone. So you find a place. If it's the library, if it's the supermarket, you find a place to not be with your dog every day. So you find a job, and you go to gym, and you find a place to take a shower in the gym, and you build your life around what you need instead of what you want. I need to write every day. It's not that I want to, I need to do it, even if I'm sad, even if I'm tired, even if I'm confused, even if I don't know what to do. You sit there and you write down your emotions, you write down what you want to be. You just put things into words. Every feeling you have, put it into words. Alchemy is understanding how you feel, what you think, what you see. And if you cannot do that, you cannot alchemize your emotions, your memories, your pain. And I remember when I was driving here with my friend, Haley, we were driving from New Mexico to where I am right now. And I told her, you know, I think what is beautiful about you, Haley, is that you managed to alchemize pain into beauty. And I was not talking about the fact that she can like turn her emotions into creation. I was talking about the fact that she can be having the worst day of her life, and she will still be the happiest person I know. And she will give me always a good advice. She will always know what to say. Back then, she was the talker and I was the listener. I was just listening. I was just absorbing information. Now, I think she's still the talker, but I like to talk too. I just know when to stop. I know when not to say what I need to say. So I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful for the people I met on my journey, because all of them showed me at different stages of healing
Yeah.
and not healing. And also, they were all like a flair to what I wanted to be. Like, everything she did with so much passion. My grandma used to tell me that she wanted to be a physicist. A physicist, right?
Yeah.
She wanted to be a physicist, but she never went to study. So her failure, or at least non-action, made me realize I have to act. Like, every person I met was an example for me, either of what not to do or what to do. So when I met Raven, I already had all of them in me. And it was very easy for me to show her, tell her, explain to her all the things I already learned. So I was alchemizing everything people said into something that could be reflected to her. Because I had to know her story. I had to know who she is. I have to know how to talk to her. Like, people are different. You need to speak to them in a different manner. So that's my story. But if we have to go back to it, because we literally have like 10 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, I talk a lot. I'm sorry.
No, it's good. They need to hear.
So becoming someone new is usually not really becoming someone new. It's basically giving room to that someone that didn't have a room prior. Like, if my parents didn't like me singing, my parents didn't show up for my performances, and I still choose to go and be a singer and be on stage and sing and make something that is performative, even if no one show up. This is the someone new. It's not really someone new. It's not out of nowhere. It's something that grew in me for a long, long time and now finally have a place.
Yeah.
So my question to you, Raven, who are you becoming? Like, you talk about your dreams, but who are you becoming? Who do you feel you have inside of you that you need to give a place? Either a stage, either opportunities, like, where do you see yourself at in 3 months, 6 months, a year from now? Like, this is like literally manifestation, okay?
A goddess.
Because when it happens, you all knew. We did it beforehand. We posted it beforehand. We knew it, okay? So this is a great manifestation. Who are you becoming, Raven?
Like I said, a goddess. But I will say, when you were like going more in depth, I kept thinking about like what has everyone shut me down? Because, you know, I've had dreams where like my mom will be like, yeah, you're great. But there's one thing that everyone always said I'd be really bad at. Acting. So I think acting is like a huge one for me, especially because I am very sensitive. Like I have a lot of emotions I can share through characters and like tell people stories, but I only want to be a part of shows or like musicals or whatever that like inspire people, that make people feel good about themselves. I don't want anything that makes people feel sad, that makes them hate themselves. Like, I want something that can like inspire people. And so yes, I want to be an actress, and I do want my books to be done, and I want us to publish both of our books by the beginning of next year. Like, I want them to be out because I think that our books, both of our books, are both so life-changing in completely different ways. You have a completely different way of showing stuff than I do, but both are really good because some people like lean to yours more and some people lean to mine more because we're very different but very similar at the same time. And I do want to be a singer, yet my singing is very, very different than hers. She's just very good. She's very good at like freestyle. She's very good at like Brazilian funk. Like, she's really good at that. But my voice is not built for Brazilian funk. It's built for like soft, I would say, like a little bit of a softer music.
It's just like Our friend said, you are more sweet and I'm more spicy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think the combination really works well with us. We're like the two sides of the same coin. I'm Merlin and she's King Arthur. Yeah.
Sure.
I have an obsession with Merlin and King Arthur. But I would say, like, I see myself just being, like, so self-disciplined, so self-determined that no matter what happens, no matter who tries to F up my life, I will keep going. No matter if I lose my job, no matter if I'm making no money, no matter what happens, I know that I will get what I want if I keep going. I know that if I keep exercising, I will eventually get the body I want. I just gotta keep going every day. And every day, set good intentions, pray to God. Like, I just know that I will be the badass bitch I already am.
What do I always tell you?
What do you always tell me? Well, you like to share the class.
What do I always tell you?
You tell me a lot of things.
One thing I will change about you is
knowing who the F I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the only thing, dude.
Yeah. And I think I'm slowly, like, realizing that. It's slowly unlocking. Yeah. I can
Always.
feel it. Like,
Remember who you are.
I feel like I've always just, I was telling her, I've always been, like, fear-based on everything. And now I'm like, you know what? I'm done. I'm really done. Even if I look, like, even if I make the worst content ever, I'd rather put it out there than to just be stagnant. I'd rather walk the wrong path and learn something than to just not do anything and give up.
That is true, you guys. The last question I'm going to ask her, because we have literally 4 minutes, going over everything she said. I told you, remember your process, right? So, like, give me 4 words for every process you had. For example, for me, I felt like I was a nobody, and then I found out I'm a somebody, and now I'm it. Like, okay? So, like, give me 4 words, 3 words of your journey from beginning to finish.
Oh my gosh. Why you always gotta ask me hard questions?
It's not hard questions. You lived it. You're
Yeah.
the only one who can say it. What do you mean?
I would say, like, a nothing,
I was a nothing.
and then a nobody. And then I would say that I started realizing there was magic in me. And then I started realizing maybe I can. And then it went to, I am a somebody. Yeah. And then I'm slowly going from the I'm the somebody to a, yeah, I'm that bitch.
Okay.
It's a curve. It's
Okay,
getting there.
It's not there yet. Okay.
But it's almost there. See, she's there. I'm almost there.
Okay.
I'm catching up very quickly. Yeah.
Okay. I feel like the question we have for our listener.
What version of yourself are you ready to leave behind, and who are you brave enough to become?
And that's a good question, because when you can answer that, you are on the right path, dude. We have so many things to talk about. Like, we can actually have, like, hour-long conversations.
Yeah.
But
every day.
I feel like we need to leave it where it is right now, because it's most powerful when you got the information you need and you have time to process it. So hopefully we're going to see you processing it the next chapter.
I'm ready to leave behind fear. Amen.
Okay. And are you brave enough to become the person? Because that's exactly what I wrote to you yesterday. The little
Yes.
note.
Yes.
So
I do feel like some stuff that I do is not the best, but I've just posted anyway. F it.
thank you guys for joining us, me and Raven, to Velvet Truth. Have a good one.
Have a good day.